Hi Snowfolk! Today I am doing a drawing that's a bit different from my usual style. I've tried digital painting maybe once before and it was a really long time ago, so I wanted to try again to make an Animal Crossing themed holiday card. So here we go. It took me a little while to figure out what layout I wanted for this painting. I pulled from a bunch of different reference images that you'll see popping in and out of the time lapse as I work on different parts of the painting. The main reference that I used was this painting, which is a winter scene, which I think is by Terry Redlin, who is an American landscape painter who's pretty well known for these kinds of naturalistic winter paintings. As you can probably tell, I replaced the little house on the left side with a villager house and the church in the background with resident services. I also referenced the iconic winter scene from one of the first trailers for New Horizons, which I ended up not really using the lighting for since I prefer the bright sunny day scene. After I finished my thumbnail, I sketched over it to get more details down, and then I put down flat colors for everything, and then I started refining everything with a painterly brush to get the details. I'm not sure exactly how long this took me, but it's by far the longest I've spent on any digital art I've done so far. Despite that, I'm pretty sure it took less than a traditional painting would have, since I didn't have to worry about mixing paints. I can just color pick from reference images, and I didn't have to be as careful with my brushstrokes since I can easily undo at any time, just double tap the screen. Though maybe that's balanced out by how much I undo and redo stuff. That does take some time. Oh, and I guess I haven't mentioned that for over 10 years now, I've been attending a little painting class at my local art store. Every year for the holidays, I would make a Christmas card to send to my family members, but this year, I unfortunately haven't been able to go to painting class. I really miss it, and I know my family would miss getting a Christmas card for me, so I decided to try to paint one digitally. Usually my Christmas cards are pretty much like a realistic or impressionistic Bob Ross style landscape painting, but since I'm still thoroughly obsessed with Animal Crossing, I thought this year I would make a holiday card with an Animal Crossing spin on it. The most difficult part of the painting was this bridge, which I'm getting to right now. It took me so long to figure out what perspective it should be. I think the finished one is still a little bit off, but it's good enough that I don't think most people will notice. So far, I've really enjoyed the festive season in New Horizons. I like making snow people every day and catching snowflakes and wearing cute winter outfits. I didn't realize just how much clothing there is in this game until this season, where there's I can wear a different cute combination of winter clothes every day. It's just so fun to pick out outfits. It's one of my favorite things to do now. It doesn't usually snow where I live, at all, and especially not really this time of year. So I love experiencing the snowy weather in Animal Crossing where I don't actually have to deal with the cold, which I can't really handle. The most frustrating part of this season for me is trying to get all the special recipes from balloons, which was also very frustrating in the mushroom season. I think farming for balloons is super boring because all you do is wait at the beach and then every 5 minutes go up and down so that you can try to find if a balloon spawned, and half the time one doesn't spawn, and most of the time when you do get a balloon, it's not even a recipe. It's like clay or bells or some random furniture that I don't want. But that's the only way to get these recipes, which is pretty unfortunate. I really wish there was some alternative way, maybe just buy them at Nook's Cranny. It could even be after the season, sort of like how the Turkey Day recipes worked. But since there's not, I'll just be farming balloons for a while, I guess. But aside from that rant, what's your favorite part about this season in Animal Crossing? Do you like the snow on the ground? I like it because it matches the aesthetic of my island, which is primarily cloud themed since it's called Cloudwick, so the colors I try to use are white and blue and pink. So the snow on the ground matches it pretty well. But I think eventually I'll get tired of the snow. I know in Pocket Camp I missed the grass so much during the snowy season I started counting down the days until it went away. since it seemed like it lasted forever. I think my favorite part of the painting is the festive tree in the center. I made it the most detailed trees out of like the many you can see in the painting, just because I know it's like the first thing that you look at when you see it. Overall, I am really happy with how the card came out. I hope you all have a safe and happy holiday. I hope your toy day goes really well, and thank you so much for watching, and remember that bad times are just times that are bad. See you later.